Okay, today we are gonna play Call of Cthulhu, the new one. I love H.P. Lovecraft, everybody's favorite racist. And, hey, new Call of Cthulhu game. Maybe it'll be a decent Lovecraft game. Wouldn't that be novel? Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Fantastic. That sounds like your classic detective setup. Yep, this guy's kind of an asshole, and kind of probably a waste of space, but hey, now he's gonna get thrown into this, fantastic situation. Let's go. Enter madness. Sure. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. That's a more unusual quote. You don't see that one get lifted out often. Everything's going great so far. Okay. No, don't skip, don't skip. Alright. So far, not perhaps the most subtle opening you could possibly go with. What a weird effect. It's kind of like Mist, but it also just kind of looks like a superimposed effect over the top of it. Very weird. I assume we're in the middle of a dream right now, which, yeah, that makes sense. Hold on. Can we turn off the motion blur real quick? Thank you. Wonderful. Yes, please do apply the settings. Great. So I just suddenly turned and was like, oh, Jesus Christ. What's going on in there? Is something moving? No, it's just the wibbly wobbly effect. Alright, we gotta find something to break the chain. What we got? Probably something hiding in one of the sharks, right? It's a very thorough deboning. Am I blind? Am I blind? That sounds... Oh no, we can go down here, can't we? Of course, I'm a fool. It did just tell me what the crouch button was. Let's light up some more items in order to interact with them. Great! And now we're playing Amnesia. Ah, perfect. What's going on over here? Oh! Alright, we can peek also. Oh! That's an impressive skill, just suddenly make it better. Alright, let's cut our way through. Presumably this will fend off the terrible demons that come out of the darkness.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Is that so? Well, that's very delightful.
What a putrid offering.
You're not wrong. Anything hiding in here? No.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
What am I running from? Usually when you're introduced to the... Oh, you can sprint backwards. How delightful. So few games let you have that kind of fun.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Uh-oh, he's all squiddy. No, that's not gonna work.
I hate whiskey.
Alright, great. First day on the job. Have a drink. This will affect your destiny? It's one fucking drink! Okay. What if I do it again? No? Okay. Second drink? No. That one's not destiny affecting. Only the first one is. How dramatic.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Alright.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Case solved. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I'd closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Oh shit, dude, we got red string.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
What else we got? Alright.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctor prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Sleeping pills don't do that. Anything else? Turn this crap off. Fantastic. Finally, some peace.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after investigation had been closed. Oh, yes, hello?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay. Character points. What we got? We got eloquence. Represents your ability to influence those who talk to you by power of your speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating discovery. I didn't expect a fucking Lovecraft game to have a skill tree. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Wow, incredible. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene. Strength, medicine, medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Occultism, psychology, knowledge of human behavior. Spot hidden, it's probably pretty important. I always like charisma as a stat, personally. So we'll do eloquence, spot hidden. Oh, wait, we actually have to put more in it to get to another level. Okay, well, we'll do spot hidden. We'll do medicine. Yeah, and then we'll do that. Yeah. Yeah. That seems good. Validate. What a strange way to phrase it.
Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Man, the frame rate in the cutscene
coming.
is so much worse for some reason. Oh my god, look at this guy.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
I'm sorry, Professor.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
You'd expect
you
the
come
cutscene
to
to
me?
run better, not worse. It's
It
very
means you're
odd.
desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
You might be.
Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth.
You could
They say she
investigate,
was mad, but
Pierce.
I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
It looks like a comic book cover.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes.
The lip syncing's really
All right.
bad.
I'll look at your picture.
Alright, what we got?
That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Well, let me look at the painting first.
What's this symbol on a man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
Oh, that's not the consult diary button. Let's not bother with that right now. So, can I perhaps zoom in? Ooh. Sorry, this is just how I investigate. You understand. Yeah, that's weird. Hey. Why does his arm look so small? Whatever.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36. The police report, it says the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life with their only son, Simon.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Oh shit. So I assume these are all questions, right? Unlocked answer. Investigation professional. Okay.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police
Based
telling
on
me of
what?
my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Why is it linked to the... How is the painting sending a message? Whatever.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that.
Oh, that sounds
She
sensible.
never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Hmm.
Saw things. What
mean.
She was only
I never knew what
schizophrenic,
she meant by that.
not
My daughter
frail.
was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Can we, like, maybe frame this guy a little bit more in the center? You notice how he's just slightly off to the side always? It's very upsetting to me.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I must
I
say,
suppose
anybody
you
who
were
decides to
shooting off
live somewhere called
holds
Darkwater,
the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
good,
willing
I'm
to
not.
do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
How do I put the lighter away?
Darkwater.
That button. Gotcha.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
I mean, so like, what's the presumed message? Oh dear, father, I'm being stalked by this weird evil within type creature that has, like, you know, what looks a lot like it's basically just Cthulhu's face on the front of it, you know? Whatever. Find out more about Darkwater. Can I do that before I leave? Or do I have to leave for Darkwater immediately?
I should get rid of all this
Nope,
stuff.
can't look at the
Natural
map.
science. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century, and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous stories of their small island off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
It shouldn't be that hard. I got 1 CP, how exciting. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, warehoused on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Anybody that decides to live in a place called Darkwater, I got no sympathy for whatever happens to you, honestly. It's one of those places where just the name alone should indicate to you, I should not stay here. Boy, it's taking a long time to load, isn't it? Almost there. Almost there. We did it. We did it. Sunless Sea sequel is looking great.
We're almost there.
Are you one of the Fishmen? Scylla. Oh yeah, this place looks fantastic. This is a place where I'd love to live. Dude, that guy is strong!
There's guys coming to unload.
Did you see him just pick up that whole fucking crate? Just like turn it over in his hands like it weighed like 5 pounds? Incredible.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright, let's investigate the area. First off, what the fuck are you people up to?
Let the police do their work. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you...
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
It got bit
There's
to
something
fuck, I can
coming.
tell you that much.
Something real bad.
Alright, y'all just go about your business. What we got?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Well, at least none of these people are obviously fishmen.
Be careful.
Oh. Cruella de Vil over here.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Hmm. Hold to test strength.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
Let's see.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first
Was it that woman over there?
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway.
Yep.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
You're pouring that on the table. Okay.
I think we'll get along well.
Why? Why will it affect my destiny?
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Nah, we're
That'll
good.
be all for now.
What else we got kicking around here? Can we talk to the lady? Hello, supervillain.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Fine. Jesus. We go out the back? Nope, that's locked. Okay. Oh, God. Didn't like turning around there very much. Hello.
You like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the Miraculous Catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the Miraculous Catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
That dude almost broke his fucking neck right there. Apparently it's over here. I'm covering the objectives, aren't I? Hold on. There we go. Look at that. There you go.
The Miraculous Catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. Having given up hope, the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board, of a size that went beyond that of a formidable toothed whale. The Cthulhu that is already being called the Miraculous Catch covered the whole dock, and part of it were hanging over the sides of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritional benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or even friends to taste the Miraculous Catch. Alright, well, we learned today. What a day it was.
What did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
There's an asylum on this island? Of course there is. Doesn't really seem like the sort, does it? But I guess, you know, we're playing a Cthulhu game. There has to be.